So is Mr. Stitchy canon? A topic that has been spoken about for quite some time. And I do want to dive straight back into this one because I feel like there has been a little bit of conversation recently as to whether Mr. Stitchy is going to be this Harold/Tio guy. Now my mind has changed recently as to whether Mr. Stitchy is canon, so you're going to have to watch to the end of this video to see exactly how I feel about Mr. Stitchy. But first, if you would like to see more videos like this in the future, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's most definitely free and you can always change your mind later. Also, if you would like to join my Roblox group, then head on down into the description down below and you shall see a link right there where you will be able to join my Roblox group. Okay, have we got all that rubbish stuff out of the way? Alright, it's time to get into this video. So is Mr. Stitchy canon? Well guys, I'm going to say either yes or no, and I would probably say yes. It pains me to do so, but I do feel as though that Mr. Stitchy is going to turn up at some point. And I'm going to explain why. I have said in the past that Mr. Stitchy is not going to be canon, and I don't feel like he's going to be 100% canon. I feel like he is actually a different character. A character that has cropped up inside of the Piggy world every now and again. Yes, I'm talking about this guy right here, the weird little creepy crawly thing. After all, this fella is literally the exact same figure as Mr. Stitchy. And you can literally spawn this fella in by just going onto the port chapter, literally collecting all of the Insolent's eyes, and then going over to the door and just simply clicking on the door. And then you'll see this weird figure actually crawl in. Now before this, I probably would have said that Mr. Stitchy wasn't canon, but since seeing this guy actually come into Piggy, so the note that says, I gave him a face, I was his only friend. I feel as though that this is something to do with Mr. Stitchy and potentially Tio. And I do feel like if Mr. Stitchy is actually going to come towards this whole Piggy storyline, I don't feel as though that he's going to come anytime soon. I feel like it's more going to be kind of like a cliffhanger between the ending of book 2 and the kind of the transition into Piggy Intercity. Now how do I think he's going to actually come into the Piggy storyline? Well, like I said, I feel like Mr. Stitchy was actually speaking about the fact of giving this Tio a face. And I genuinely feel like if Mr. Stitchy does come into the storyline, he could potentially be a good guy. After all, Mr. Stitchy is literally Pony's dad, right guys? That is something that we have spoken about here on the channel, and I do feel like that is still a possibility. Now, Creecraft did do a video the other day, and he said that a lot of YouTubers have said that Mr. Stitchy is going to be canon, and for the longest of times, I really didn't think that he was going to be canon, simply because we already have his skin in the extras section inside of Piggy. The extras section meaning nothing's really canon. Although the only interesting thing about that is that you do have Polly inside of the extras skins, and of course he is also canon. So maybe we just already have the Mr. Stitchy skin, and we do know that Minitoon does love that character that he did create quite a few years ago, and that is the whole idea and reason that Minitoon has brought him into Piggy. But I do feel as though a lot of people are completely forgetting about this crawling little fella right here. I don't exactly know what to call him, but he's just this crawling fella, and he literally is the exact same figure as Mr. Stitchy. So that, for that very reason, I do believe that Mr. Stitchy is going to be canon at some point, and I feel like we're going to actually be helping out this weird little crawly creature. I'm not 100% sure that he's going to be canon. I'm probably more 60% yes, 40% no, but I have seen that a lot of people have been saying that Mr. Stitchy is not going to be canon anymore, but I just wanted to make a video just to clarify that he is technically that crawling creepy. So what do you guys think about this topic in the comment section down below? Head down there. I will be checking out all of the stuff that you guys say, and don't forget I will also be doing an interview with Mr. Minitoon. So if you guys do have any questions, then head on over to Twitter and find the tweet where I say that I will be doing an interview, and you can put your questions down below. I will be doing a big whole part of that interview where I ask all of your questions towards Minitoon. So there we go, that's my stance on Mr. Stitchy. I feel like he's going to return in between book 2 and the transition to Intercity. But anyway, like I said at the beginning of this video, if you would like to see more videos like this in the future, then why not consider subscribing? But anyway, that is going to be it for today's video. If you could be using Starter and Antixx when you're buying Robux or Premium, that would be much appreciated. But anyway guys, thank you all for joining. We shall see you guys in the next one.